Welcome back. Well, it's loud, it's extreme, and for some it may even be a little bit scary. It's black metal, or some call it death metal music. Eric Rosenbaum now on a Windsor metal band that's gaining some loyal fans.
This is one of Windsor's green and tranquil places. It's a patch of wilderness snuggled up against Ypres Boulevard on the south side of Windsor. You might expect the park to inspire sweet, lilting melodies. You wouldn't think it would spawn this. They're called the Woods of Ypres. They play a kind of music called black metal. It's known for its breakneck drumming, screaming vocals, and mournful lyrics. It's most popular in Northern Europe, specifically Norway, where the first black metal bands emerged in the early 90s. It got its name from the early bands that were associated with Satanism and violence. But there's absolutely nothing evil or satanic about this band. Their songs are about loneliness and angst in everyday life. David Gold is the driving force behind the group on 2 counts. His powerful drumming dominates the cacophony. He also writes all the songs. And his vision of the group emerged from the woods.
With the word woods, we were able to represent black metal themes of spending time in the forest or spending time alone, which a lot of the traditional black metal is based on. And as well, we have then the name Ypres, which is representative of us being Canadians. Ypres then having significance to Canadian involvement in World War I.
The Woods of Ypres are rehearsing for upcoming gigs, an all-ages show at a local community hall, and for a much bigger gig in Toronto. The group is playing the first ever black metal festival in North America. They know their music is far from mainstream, but they are passionate about it.
I grew up on what my dad listened to, a lot of Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, things like that, and that's what I listened to when I was young, and over years it progressed and I found new things and eventually found black metal.
For Woods of Ypres, it's really emotive to me, and maybe not everybody hears it, but I can you get a feeling from listening to the music, you know what I mean? It's aggressive and it's fast, but at the same time it's sort of cold and it evokes like a longing feeling.
Speed, aggression, it's a release for me. It's almost therapeutic, if you can call it that. And when you add the musicianship to it, everything fits together.
On Saturdays, there are heavy metal or punk rock concerts here at the Gino Marcus Center. They feature local bands playing styles of music on the fringe. Teenagers gather here to listen to music they can't even find on alternative rock radio stations. The Woods of Ypres are on a bill with 4 other heavy metal bands to play other styles of metal: hardcore, old school, death metal. Much of the audience is here to see Windsor's only black metal band.
I'm a drummer and I love the blast beats, mostly with the makeup and just the energy that the band brings when they play. It's just phenomenal.
Their music is very melodic. Yeah, they're very crisp. Their sound, the drumming is very good, very excellent.
I don't know, I just find their music like hypnotic. I just listen to it and I just zone out. I love it. I love the feeling that I get from listening to their music.
Lorenzo Bowie studies rock music and its influence on culture. He's not surprised to see a black metal band in Windsor, and he's not surprised it found an audience.
I can only speculate psychologically what it must be like to be 17 years old or 20 years old and needing to shout, scream, strut, express, moan, whine, which is what they do vocally and lyrically and sonically in the music.
Back in the urban forest that inspires his music, David Gold ponders the future of his band and a possible recording contract.
We do have serious label interest from labels out of Europe, and so we're looking into that right now. And so far all the deals are pretty standard. They want to put out a full-length Woods of Ypres album. And we're hoping to expect that sometime in the next year.
Gold says even if a record deal falls through, the Woods of Ypres will continue playing black metal music as long as there's an audience for it. Eric Rosenbaum, CBC News, Windsor.